So did Russia shoot down 24 planes in 5 days, as Sergei Shoigu claimed? Well, it looks like there may be a story here that we need to unpack. Here is TASS reporting a few days ago Russian forces received weapons that downed 24 Ukrainian warplanes over 5 days, according to Shoigu. Okay, I saw this in RT first, and this is where he was meeting with his generals on the front line, which we can't really tell if it's the front line or not the front line, and they have the camo on the inside of the building for some reason we don't understand. But here, Shoigu claimed that his forces downed 24 Ukrainian military planes in just 5 days, crediting new weapon systems for the achievements. They are in panic. We know their tactics. We know their offensive and retreat plans, he added, and we now have weapon systems which have taken down 24 planes in 5 days. Okay, so there could be a number of things at play. The first thing that springs to mind is that they're making it up. That's possibility number one, that they say we took down 24 planes and they made it up out of whole cloth. A second one is that his underlings have made it up and they're telling him, or he says, you have to take out so many planes, and so one unit takes out one, but they say it's three, and another unit takes out two, and they say it's five, and they keep just adding and embellishing. But I'm not sure that that's exactly what happened here either. Here's Newsweek again talking about the same thing that Russia claims, right? It's that Russia claims that this has actually happened. Russian Defense Minister Sergei Shoigu has said that Moscow's forces have received new missile systems that have shot down these 24 Ukrainian jets. We've received these systems. Russian Defense Minister also congratulated Russian troops on receiving state rewards. I heartily congratulate you. You are fighting worthily, said Shoigu, and there wasn't much more to it. So as I'm looking for this, I was just talking about Russia's claim to have shot down ATACMS yesterday. And did they really shoot down the ATACMS? Well, they claimed that they shot down ATACMS, but the ATACMS actually hit their targets, and that's how they were destroyed. So, if you're a little skeptical, I understand that. That makes a lot of sense. But I'm not sure that that's it yet. Let's hear what Scott Ritter has to say, because he's, always talking about this as well. So Scott Ritter said the Russians just launched what turned out to be the most sophisticated air defense program in history. We don't understand what happened. All we know is that planes are being destroyed. And he gets to the end and says, and the Russians, you think, what can they do? But they produce the best weapons in the world, and their engineers are real geniuses. Okay, I'm going to safely discount Scott Ritter because he's still saying that the Russians are about to just destroy the Ukrainians next week, and he's been saying that for the last, 70 weeks or so. Okay, so here's the original Scott Ritter on Telegram, and now here's one article that I may have explained it. Okay, so this is Eurasian Times. Ukraine, quote, admits, unquote, Russia shot down 24 fighter jets in just 5 days. But there's a hitch to the story. So we're going to try to examine what is the hitch, the potential hitch to the story. But there's a hitch. Some experts believe that although Russian air defenses may take pride in bringing down 24 Ukrainian fighter jets in less than a week, most of them would likely be aerial decoys instead of actual jets. Huh? Aerial decoys? Well, maybe there's something here. At the same time, Russian officials claim that they use S-400 Triumph surface-to-air missile systems, and that's incidentally what was being used, or what was being targeted by the ATACMS here was S-400s. Okay, and Ukrainian officials on their part were quick to refute these claims as baseless and accused Moscow of overestimating. Russia had earlier claimed that it has shot down 70 Su-25 fighters of the Ukrainian Air Force, several times more than the Ukrainian service had in its inventory. So has Russia embellished? Sure. But Ukraine has also given them a reason that they might have embellished. In reality, Ukraine's pre-war Su-25 fleet numbered around 30. The service has since lost just about 17 Su-25 attack fighter jets, according to Dutch-based open-source intelligence website Ornix. Okay. If you scroll down just a little bit more, we hear this. The presence of decoys in Ukraine became evident in early September this year, especially with Russia's claims of destroying an unprecedented number of cutting-edge systems like HIMARS and Leopard 2 tanks and M77 howitzers. Okay, so it appears that they may have had decoy planes that actually were hit with rockets, which would allow Sergei Shoigu, the defense minister, to be able to make the claim that 24 Ukrainian warplanes were destroyed over the last 5 days. So if we just put the best face on it and say he's not lying, he believes that that's the case, and let him believe that that's the case. If that's what happened, that could be the explanatory way of doing it. Another way is to just say he lied, but I can't prove that he lied. And I can't actually prove this either, but it does seem, because they have created decoys for other items here. So they had decoys for things that look like HIMARS and other rocket systems, and these mock-ups, I've seen the articles again and again about these decoys, and apparently they're getting targeted. So that could be it. Okay, I think that is actually what's happening. Tell me what you think. Is that what you think is happening, or is he just making stuff up out of whole cloth, or did he actually destroy all these planes, which seems very improbable? Tell me what you think in the comments below. Thank you for your time, your attention, the likes, the shares, the subscribes, but more than anything else, for being the kind of person that watches this because you care about Ukraine.